kitchen inventions that I have ever come across in my many years of doing kitchen. This is the Deni meat tenderizer. Those are 15 stainless steel blades. Now this season, we have presented this set of 2 with gift boxes. We've sold 16,000 of them. Now, very simply put, when you take this and you go through meat, you're giving the seasoning a road to travel. Not only are we breaking down tough cuts of meat, but we're also creating these little holes. So if you look right here, you can see that it's creating 15 little flavor channels. Now, if I put seasoning on top of this and then go back over it with the, it's blasting all of it down into the meat. So if you are thinking about your bone-in chicken, turkey, anything for the holidays, perfect for that. Go into those tough cuts, the breasts, the thighs, all those areas. Or if you're doing what is really popular these days, spatchcocking, where you cut it out, you cut the bird on one side and then you break it down and then you lay it flat. So if we take a little seasoning and pop it on here, now that's just going to season the skin, right?
Yeah, sure.
But not if we take the Deni. You take the Deni and now I'm going into the thickest parts of the meat and I'm blasting that seasoning down inside. This is extraordinary stuff. Don't miss out on these Deni meat tenderizers. We've sold many different types, but this one is 15 stainless steel blades and they come with gift boxes and you get a set of 2.
Oh,
Keep
2?
one, gift one.
Yeah.
Now, here are the color choices I have for you. This is the red, I believe. Let me grab this card from you, excuse me. This is red. Here's black. I've got blue, gray, white. Come on down to the white. And then finally, the green, the verde.
El verde.
The verde.
Qué lindo.
Yes, but it's so important because if you buy a lesser cut of meat like a flank steak, and you don't do anything to it, it's tough as shoe leather. But when you take the Deni to it, you give this marinade a road to travel.
Right.
So we're going to take this marinade and give it a nice little stir. And before I put the marinade on the flank steak, I'm going to Deniize it.
So not only for the marinating, but also it's going to make it more tender no matter what, right?
It's breaking down all the cartilage.
Both things.
Breaking down all the meat so you get this really marvelous tender cut of meat. And now that marinade has a road to travel.
And it's better than like just pounding it, right?
Oh,
because
absolutely.
Some people pound it.
You pound it, you mutilate the meat.
Right. And you're not doing the channels.
And you end up destroying it, right? What we can do is cut you a little piece here. Now my hands have been touching the raw meat, so I'm not going to taste this, but I will cut you a little piece. So
I'd like to try it.
This. Here, let me do a piece here. There we go.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you.
That's flank steak.
That's delicious flank steak.
And tender.
Yes, it is.
And oh, she's going back for bite number 2. Okay.
I'm hungry.
And there's a knife right here in case you want more. And you can put it right on that plate with those roasted potatoes, those Parmesan roasted potatoes. Delicious. This is one of the things I eat a lot of. I eat a lot of boneless, skinless chicken breast. Very, very, very good for you, right?
Of course.
Problem is, it can be very bland if it's not seasoned properly, and it can also be very tough. Because when you apply heat to it, what happens to most meat? It seizes up, right? It gets tighter. What we're going to do is we're going to break that down. But I want to also season it, so I'll hit it with some seasoning first. And then I'll take my clean Deni that I haven't used yet, and I'm going all the way through the meat. This, I mean, don't stamp it, get after it. Get through it.
Hit it.
Go all the way
Get
through it.
in it.
And put it on, I mean, be in it to win it.
It's so easy.
Now, we are very, very busy. These are free ship. And I'm interviewed a lot by magazines who say, what are your top 5 kitchen gadgets? I always mention the Deni.
You mentioned it to me
yes.
just at the very beginning when I started here with you and in the kitchen with David.
Look at this. Look at this. It goes all the way through the chicken breast. I'm not sure there's a good way for you to see this, but it'll go all the way through. Let me turn him over. All the way through.
Awesome.
This is great stuff. And pop this in the dishwasher. I know that typically you don't put blades in the dishwasher, but I want you to sanitize this.
Right.
It comes with a little protective cover, and that's great. But take it and put it in the dishwasher and sanitize it. Miss Lisa, I will need some antibacterial. Oh, we have them back here? Perfect. All right. Now, I will wait to do my hands until we're done. This is the red. Thank you, though.
Sure.
Most popular. Here's black, set of 2. Here's blue, 2,400 in the blue. Here's gray, 2,200 in the gray. White, 1,800, and finally the green. 1,100 left in the green. I have over 1,000 customers on the phone lines and 41,000 people on QVC.com shopping and taking advantage of free shipping on everything. It's December the 3rd. It's go time, boys and girls. It is time for everybody to jump in. This is now half gone for the year. Everybody is looking. Now look at this. Pork chops. These are fancy because they're bone in. I call them pork sickles. This is lovely, but you need to tenderize it because that will be tough as shoe leather. Because once you apply heat to it in the oven or in a skillet, it's going to seize up.
Okay.
So what you want to do is break it down before you start. And you don't want to take a hammer to this. You take a mallet to it, you're going to mutilate it.
Right.
And that's beautiful pork. You don't want to do that to anything you spend a lot of money on, right? So this is going to be important for everybody to pick up. And see how Ro is not being shy? She's going right into the meat.
Boom,
into
boom.
every...
I feel it. I feel it.
You can feel it. Exactly. Yep. And what's going to be great about this pork, this is now going to be fork tender. You can now take this once it's cooked, and I do a Parmesan crusted pork chop. I start it on top of the stove to brown it, and then I finish it in the oven. And these are delightful.
Look at that. Normally you would pound it, and that's not going to do what this is doing.
And if you pound it, you might mutilate it, right? Because you're trying to tenderize it, and in your efforts to tenderize it, you end up mutilating it. This is going to tenderize the meat while helping to preserve its integrity. 19,000. That's more than half gone for the year, and I have some antibacterial wipes. Maybe a few more. Oh, you got them? Perfect. All right, so Miss Ro, can you